Alright, I'm in Unreal Engine 5.6. I have a Metahuman with Meta Tailor clothing applied. As you can see, the body is protruding through the mesh. So I want to select the body inside of the viewport, go up to details and select the body itself. Then MI body mask, or body material, I'm sorry. Select the body material. And if you already have the body height mask created, then we want to activate it here. And we want to activate the mask texture here. Now the difference is with this, I've already have this body mask and mask texture being used on characters that have clothing on, full clothing. So I need to duplicate this mask texture. And then I also need to duplicate the mask material, then I also need to duplicate the mask texture that goes inside of it. I want to name it and give it a designator so that I know who it belongs to. And then I'm simply going to go inside of the material, and in each texture sample I'm just going to switch out the texture itself in the texture sample for the duplicated texture that I just created, the one that actually belongs to, that's going to go on the character that I'm using. So I just want to duplicate the body mask texture, change the name of it in the content browser, change the name of it to the current character that I'm actually going to use this mask on. And then I want to make that texture the texture samples being used in my duplicated body mask material. And yes, you just select the texture sample and scroll up if you got multiple and you'll find it. Then just switch each one out. Then once they're all switched, we just want to apply, save, or if you just save it, it should automatically apply. That's the way mine's set up, but you can click apply and save. It's fine either way. Go back to the body mask material texture and switch out the actual texture for the new texture in the material. And we also need to turn on the blend mode and two-sided, and we want to make the blend mode masked. If you followed the other tutorial, you saw how to do all of this stuff. But once you have it applied, as you'll see, it has the body will look like the other mask. This is my mannequin that I use to paint my masks. And so because I created a new mask material, I'm going to apply it to the mannequin, and then it will allow me to paint on to my new character. My new character has the mask on it, but the mask is using old material, old textures from the other material, which represents people being fully clothed. And since she's not fully clothed, all those body parts look like they're missing. So now I'm just going in and I'm going to select the new body mask texture, new body mask material, and I'm going to apply it to the mannequin, which is just a metahuman body. And now it's applied. You still don't see it showing up on the character, but it is actually there. All black is masked, so that's why her body looks like it's all masked. So that represents it being there. The head isn't represented because the head isn't on this mannequin. It's not masked on this mannequin. However, this is the material. So now we just want to go into mesh paint, and we're going to select texture, paint, and we're going to paint all white because white reveals. White reveals. So as you'll watch, her shoulder will appear. Yep. And then from here, it's just a matter of painting the body parts and allowing things to be seen. And then just checking the body as I paint to make sure that there's no clipping. So I'm going to speed this process up because I imagine you already know how to do this, or you've already done it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Once you get here, you just paint out the body mask. So I'm going to speed this part up. Okay, so now that I'm done sculpting, let me verify that there's no mesh penetration. And when I zoom in, I do see that the upper thigh is penetrating through the shorts. So instead of masking out this thigh part, because I do want this, I'm going to sculpt on the actual mesh itself. Inside of 5.6, even though I have it posed, once I go into using any of the deform tools, it's going to knock it out of pose. 5.7 is said to do keep it in the pose, but I haven't verified that myself. However, this is too high. What we want to use is the sculpt tool, and let's take down the strength. Yep, so we can just pull it out just a bit and then hold shift to smooth. And for me, I just want to keep it consistent around the entire mesh, so I'm going to do both sides. Chances are, if it's protruding through on one side, it'll do the same on the other if the model is symmetrical. And so from here, I want to accept it. See, it pops it back into place. Looks like it'll be good. Let's check it out in the viewport, and boom, we got it. Nailed it. All right, first try. That's excellent. So let's save this. Save all. Now I see up under the shorts there, I can see up in there, but the camera's not going to go. The camera's not going up there, so I'm not too worried about this. If I decide to use cloth physics, that in and of itself will take care of that problem. But if I need to, I always have the mask. I can always come back and unhide something. So this is perfect. This is done. This is pretty much done. So yeah, if you have any other questions or you need help on this, just send a message. But with this and the other video tutorial, I think you're good to go. Take care.